Hello and welcome to the Loose Butthole Reviews. I am your host Smokey, and joining with me, as always, is my co-host Spooge.
Oh,
And before we get into it, the review proper, we have to give our three rules. First rule is that our rating must be a 5 out of 5. 1 being we hate it, 5 being we love it. Number 2, if we want our money back, we give the movie a Jeff Goldblum. And number 3 is if we agree on the TV series or movie to get a God tier, a 6 out of 5, then we will give it a God tier. But only if we agree. That is rule number
hmm
3. Uh, Weird way to put that rule, but oh well, I'm moving on. We're covering The Last of Us.
yes.
Season 1. I am going to clarify that this is the first season we're watching. Uh,
hmm
and we can go ahead, give our ratings. 4.5 out of 5 for me.
And a 4 out of 5 for me.
Alright. Man. What a video game adaptation to fucking have, man. They
hmm
finally did. After so fucking many, they finally fucking did it. they they
It did
they
it.
they did one that's very good, that's very well acted, and doesn't just completely shit on the source material.
hmm Yeah, that's it's amazing to see. It's like, oh shit, this is actually good.
It scares you because it's like, oh, it's a video game adaptation. It's like, oh man, and them throwing Pedro as Joel, I was definitely feeling like Chris Patch syndromes of, I don't know if that he could actually perform Joel, but I was
Oh, but
he is
yeah,
Joel.
he is fucking Joel.
to be honest, I'm not. If they don't fucking come out with a version of The Last of Us where I can play a Pedro Joel, I don't want to fucking play The Last of Us.
Right.
I
At least
fucking
give us
want to.
the skin.
Yeah, I want to fucking look at Pedro Pascal. God damn it. Not whatever Joel. I understand Troy Baker. I think Troy Baker might be
Yeah,
because it's Troy Baker. He was in this. Troy Baker was in
yeah,
this.
yeah.
He has a role in this, but he
Troy
might be a
Baker's a lot
good.
of things. It's
Yeah.
fine to say that he's not the
Oh,
best
he is
Joel.
definitely not the
He's a
best
lot of
Joel.
he's a lot of other things he can have.
But fucking oh man, this was the Ellie, uh I can't remember her name right now. Fucking the girl that played Ellie might as well be the one that plays it from the fucking video game. I mean, even though they actually did have the one from the video game in this as well as the mother of
Oh
Ellie,
yeah,
which I think that's pretty fucking cool. Like she technically has given birth to the character of Ellie twice now. One in like a metaphysical way where she brought to life the character in like acting wise and stuff. And now she had to fucking give birth to herself.
yeah. She's a fungus.
But let's try to go. Let's start. Let's go episode by episode. First episode. How did you feel about it? How did you feel about the first episode?
It was good. It was all right. It didn't really grab me like as much. I thought it was really well done and everything, but it was I was I don't have as much as like attachment to the games or anything, and I was still kind of under the impression of just like, oh, I've been hearing that this is good, but I can't really I can't really justify this. It's a relatively new game, like 2013,
Yeah.
which is it's still relatively new. It even had a PS4 release in 2014, and it's like it's still accessible. So it's like I kind of was like
Not only that,
it's kind of
it's been
we could have
remastered.
had something else. Yeah, it's been remastered. It's been so I was like, okay, it's kind of you're kind of oversaturating it. But no, I mean, I actually had more of attachment just from I've only seen playthroughs of The Last of Us, but
Same with us.
I mean,
Same here. Same here.
but yeah, I think totally you could if you watch this, you don't even really need to play the game.
Yeah, to be honest, I know the game differentiates because I do not care if we're jumping a little ahead. Let's wait. There's something we're gonna address in just a second. Second
Mhm.
episode. Let's get into the second because the first one is definitely just like the beginning of the video. Like
Yeah, it's very standard.
if you've seen the first
Mhm.
half, if you've seen the very beginning of the video game, you know what you know what you're getting into with the first
Mhm.
episode.
Oh yeah.
But second episode. This is one that I wish they extended a tiny little bit. I wish the Tess's demise happened too soon.
Mhm.
Definitely
Yeah.
shouldn't have happened in the second episode. It definitely should have either happened in the beginning of the third or the beginning of the fourth. One of the
Mhm.
two. Because
Yeah.
it's hard for me to say when it comes to the third one because the third episode is my favorite fucking episode.
Oh yeah, me
It's
too.
the fucking best. It's like when it comes to TV, that's like the best fucking thing television has produced in the most recent years. Like that is
Yeah, yeah.
fucking episode 3, Bill and Frank's episode. They totally deserved it. I just wish the rest of the episode was longer. That that
Mhm.
that is why I had to dock off half a point. The pacing,
Yeah.
the pacing of this is way off. They
Mhm.
they rush things that they shouldn't rush, and then they drag out things that they shouldn't drag out. Like
Yeah.
episode 4. Episode 4 should not have happened. They
Yeah,
just
that was definitely the weakest one.
it just was not episode 5. The only reason why it's strong, it has a strong ending. Like if it didn't end that
Mhm.
way, episode 5 would have had the same problem as episode 4. Episode 4 is not, even though the pacing is too slow for most things. Episode 4 it's like, I mean, too fast, not too slow, my bad. Even though the pacing is way too fast for the most part, episode 4 just kills the pacing altogether. It's like
Mhm.
it's just not warranted. Like you don't need to establish these people because these people, you literally wipe out everybody that you established in the next episode. You just wipe them out,
Yeah.
so you don't need to establish them. We are aware that they're present. You give them some characterization. That's fine, and then we move on. We definitely should
Mhm.
have been spending episode 4 with Tess. It
Mhm.
should have been, to be honest, it should have been kind of, Tess should have got hurt. That it should have been, and they should show us like the repercussions of actually getting hurt in this kind of like environment, and then the whole episode could have been high stress of, is Tess actually gonna fucking be able to make it through or not? And then
Mhm.
you actually you're growing attached to Tess because you're spending more time with her. You're seeing her in a vulnerable state, so it would have just been a whole. It would have been better, to be honest, psychologically for the viewers if they did it that way. Because with how they did it, I do not care about Kansas City, and unfortunately, once Henry does do what he does at the end of the episode 5, it's like what was even the point? You should have just did that to begin with, dude. Like if you're really gonna do that, like the what was the point of any of that?
Mhm.
I mean, I commemorate them for Sam, what they did to Sam. I
Mhm.
expected them to last a little bit longer, but they took him out really relatively quickly. So
Mhm.
that is episode 4 and 5. Episode 6. Um, what happens episode 6? Because episode 7 is the DLC. Episode 8 is David. And episode 9 is
Mhm.
the climax. What happened? Episode 7 is a nothing episode as well. I mean, episode 6 is a nothing episode as well. Because I can't fucking remember what happens in it.
Uh,
Oh, I know why. It's the fucking Tommy stuff.
Tommy episode. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. When they go to
they
that,
fucking,
yeah, yeah.
they introduced the lovey the communist thing that they got going on and shit. That's what happens
It
in
wasn't the
episode
best,
5.
but it was a good world building
Yeah,
thing. I
definitely
mean,
good for world building. And
it It wasn't it just right after 5, so it
Yeah,
was like calming down.
yeah, it's a good breather. Good
Mhm.
breather, definitely. But episode 7, I definitely wish they kind of. I wish episode 7 was the first episode. I don't know
Mhm.
why. I just feel that it would have been. It would have added. I don't know why. I feel it would have been better, but it would have added an air of mystery to the people that didn't know this. And like the if we started out with start out with the DLC, introduce the world like it is, and that way you're kind of questioning what's going on. You're like, oh shit, the fungus dude and everything. Like you really aren't told anything in that episode, so in episodes 1 and 2 you are told you're shown everything, and then you're told everything as well. So it would have just been better if like we're introduced to the world at first and something majorly bad happens, and then it's like, oh shit, Ellie survived, but where's the other chick? What happened to the other chick? If and it
Mhm.
would have, and the reveal that Ellie was the one to kill her and everything, that it would have been more impactful, I feel.
Mhm. Yeah.
Again, the only problem I have with this is the pacing. I feel a lot of people have a problem with that. There's not enough infected around, but I feel that with the time that we get, if they spent any more time on fighting infected, then the pacing would have been just killed completely.
Yeah.
Like they did what they had to do, and I don't need, like, we already aware that shit has hit the fan and the world is gone.
Mhm.
I don't need to see an infected every episode.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I agree there.
I do wish we got a better infected climax, because the only infected climax we got was the pregnancy thing, which I gotta say, it's pretty high stressed moment.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
That is like the most stressed out I have ever been, is like watching that someone deliver a baby while being chased by while fighting off a zombie. It's like, god damn it, where the fuck is everybody? But yeah, the
Yeah.
episode 8, fucking, let's I'm jumping the gun. That was episode 9, episode fucking 8. David, oh man, who that actor. Oh man, he played it way too well. He played it
Mhm.
way too well. If I ever see that actor, unfortunately, I'm gonna be at unease. I'm gonna be a little unease because he played David way too fucking well.
Look familiar.
He is familiar. He is familiar. I wanted to, I'm not gonna be surprised that he's in something that I've seen, but he's
Mhm.
definitely it's the Robin Williams thing of I cannot watch 1 hour photo, because Robin Williams plays that role way too well. It's like he fucking escapes into that role. It's
I don't even. What's that movie?
1 hour photo. Oh, it's a very weird. He plays this mentally challenged person that's like super that works at this one of the photo developing booths, and he
Mhm.
becomes obsessed with this family, and he ends up like the father ends up having an affair, and he ends up making
Well,
the
we might have to put
yeah
that on the list.
yeah we're putting it on. God damn it. Yeah,
Oh wait, you just
we'll have
said
to.
that you're gonna watch it.
Oh man, it creeps me out because fucking Robin, he escapes into the fucking role. It's like,
Mhm.
I can't even believe this is Robin Williams. Like, it's so fucking it's so creepy, so fucking
Mhm.
terrifying. Him fucking it's so nonchalant. What I'm saying is hilarious, but just the fact that he breaks into these people's house and just like goes about it as he is a part of the family, to the point where he even takes a shit in their toilet, and like just
Boy.
like he literally like pretends to be a part of the family while the family's gone. He just
Mhm.
pretends that he's always part of their. He makes duplicates of all the photos they have, and he has like a collage on one wall of all the photos. It's really fucking creepy film. But yeah, David. It gave me the same. It's not the same vibes. He's not like Robin Williams isn't playing a rapist in it, but he's such a creep in it that I'm disturbed. That
Hmm.
I cannot watch it because it disturbs me that much. And that's the
That.
same with David. It's rewatching this episode was fucking harsh. It was
Hmm.
super fucking harsh to rewatch this episode. It's like
Hmm.
I know that Ellie gets the satisfaction, but let's face it, the real satisfaction would be this never happening in the first place.
Yeah.
Like it's how I like. I'm glad that if when it ended how I want these situations to end with the person that would have been victimized even harder, killing or maiming the person that's trying to victimize them. Like that's how I want all these situations those kind of situations to end. I never want to hear fucking that the person was victimized because it's like, man, that's fucking terrible. Like I
Hmm.
wholeheartedly wish this story was ending with that person attacked another person for trying to victimize instead of that person was victimized. Like that
Yeah.
is just it's unfortunate story.
Hmm.
But fucking episode 9, episode
Hmm.
9 is when the pacing is really like that rampage scene. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. The final scene when Joel rescues Ellie. That needed to be a whole fucking episode on its own. That needed
Yeah, that was my
45
main
minutes.
main issue, and also I think yeah, it did need to be its own issue because the first half needed to be longer too of the bonding of Joel and Ellie because we kind of get a little bit of it through like in a very good way, like all the way through. But I still feel like that in between there should have been an in between episode of the bonding so there's more impact with
Oh yeah.
especially his decision of just wiping the fuck out of everybody
Oh yeah, for sure,
and
definitely.
basically just ending human race.
Yeah, yeah, basically deciding to end the human race for one person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with you that they needed to bond for one episode.
And then you needed to have yeah the full, we
Full.
meet the fireflies maybe just for like the first 5 minutes, and
I would
then rest
say
of the episode is rampage.
I would say have the first episode have the first not the introductions of the fireflies have the that be to be honest it would have been cool when they throw the flashbang at them.
If it ended with that,
Yeah, if
yeah.
they ended it with that, if that was the end of that episode, and they opened up the next episode with Joel
Because it would have,
waking up.
yeah, it would have perfectly let your guard down, and then at, of course, like, oh, you let your guard down, bunch of this flashbangs kind of pour at it, like that, because like, yeah, that scene would have been way more impactful of like seeing them in the background, and it would have been more believable that like Ellie and Joel like put down their guard because they kind of got lost in like bonding, like they
Yeah.
felt normal, like almost like father and daughter for like the first time.
Yep. Yep. Definitely my. Ah man. Biggest issue is pacing. That is my only
Yeah.
issue. But you took off a bigger point, so I want to know. You obviously have some other issues that at least I would hope that there's more than just that. I would hope that the pacing wasn't so bad that you had to take off a whole point.
No, I'd say that half of a point was probably from the pacing, and then the other half was kind of going back to my point, or back to the point of like this being relatively new and not exactly needing to be made. Like that, even though I think this definitely knocked it out of the park and is I don't believe that this shouldn't have been made, but it's still like I know what's gonna happen.
It's
So there's
unnecessary.
not yeah. In that sense of just kind of even generally knowing what's gonna happen, like it takes a lot of it out. It's hard for me to fully be invested, you know.
See, that's the
And it
thing.
took me a little while. It took me
I
a little while to, and it was, and I
if you
wasn't like really grabbed until the third
if you
episode.
haven't noticed that the
Mm-hmm.
creators of the show said when they feel like they should deviate from the video games that they will. I
Mm-hmm.
That gives me hope that because there's already talks that the second video game is going to be split up into 2 seasons, which I'm very going to be upset if that gets longer time frames. But I think there's a theory on why that might happen anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But if they do that, they need to do one or two things. One, they need to take the time that they have to establish Abby properly. Fucking
Mm-hmm. And you
establish.
better get someone giant.
Oh yeah, it. To be honest, it better be it better be whoever plays Abby. Whoever plays Abby
Yeah.
in The Last of Us better fucking be playing Abby in The Last of Us season.
Well,
Like,
I think I know it's the voice is different, but I thought it was a different lady that they based the body off
I'm
of. It was
talking
like,
about the motion capture. Whoever
oh yeah, yeah, it needs to be the motion capture, yeah.
yeah, it definitely needs to be whoever motion captured.
And they need to be fucking using them fists.
Oh yeah, fucking if there's not a fucking if they do not,
That's the only good thing about that game.
is that you can beat the fucking shit out of the zombies with Abby. I know.
Yeah.
But the second season, if we're gonna get 2 seasons, the second season needs to end with Joel's fucking death. We need to get a whole nother season with Pedro Pascal. Because I need more of this Joel. So you better not fucking take him out in like the 2nd or 5th episode, and have us have to spend the rest of the time with Abby, and just say fuck Ellie. You better not fucking do that like the video games. You better give us you better do it properly. Fucking.
Mm-hmm.
And don't do it via golf club. Because I know what Joel did, but he still deserves better than being beat to death by a golf club.
Yeah. Oh shit. Did they get the special? I know there's like a special achievement you could get on the PS3 if you kill Mr. House with the golf club in Fallout New Vegas, and apparently it's a reference to something.
Oh shit! I don't think you get a trailer for it because it's in a cutscene that they kill Joel. Joel's not even you don't even get the dissatisfaction or satisfaction for some people.
I was just joking about that, yeah.
Yeah, but you know there are some people that actually would fucking love to kill Joel because they do believe Joel is a dipshit for what he did, even though I wholeheartedly believe I understand why he did it. Like I completely like it. To be honest, I would do that for lesser people that I know.
Yeah.
I just don't want to see you die. Yeah, I'll wipe out a whole fucking hospital to save your life. Why not?
Yeah. It would be hard to do unless like they were explicitly like a horrible, like annoying asshole all the way through. It's like, all right.
Yeah, I
Let's
would.
save humanity.
I would actually have to feel guilty. I would have to feel less guilty about you dying than humanity.
Mm, yeah.
But
But it's like, you know what? This way they're a hero.
yeah, but if I have the attachment to you, then you can best believe. Yeah, that the dumbass died. It pisses me off in the video game. Pisses me off here. That he's like, I'm not gonna let you take her, and all he does is grab a scalpel and like doesn't even shuffle towards him. Just stands there like that's gonna do something. Like if you're gonna grab
call my bluff?
if you're gonna grab a sharp object, you gotta run for the person with the gun. You can't just stand there and point the knife at the person that's pointing the gun at you because they're just gonna pull the trigger at that point.
Yeah. And actually, if you're close enough to someone and they have a gun and you have a knife, sometimes it actually can go in your favor.
Yeah.
Like if you're close enough, like I mean, and statistically, the knife is the more dangerous weapon.
Yeah, statistically. But yeah, fucking
happens fast.
Yeah,
someone gets in your face, it's hard to shoot them.
I think we did it. I feel that I talked a lot more this review than usual.
Yes.
But yeah, um, yeah. Do you have anything else? Do you want to add?
Hey, is
This is not
there?
the outro. This is not
Oh.
this is not. I would. This is not the. I would have asked for a sign off. I would have asked for. Do you have anything to add to the review, the movie? Is there any points that you made that you might have missed? Anything at all?
No, other than that, I mean, 4 out of 5 is it's really good. Fucking watch
Good.
it.
Fucking yeah, go watch this for sure. Thank you so much if you've been watching this for this long. Thank you so much. Please like, comment, and share the video. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. And I am going to do it now. Do you have a sign-off, Spooge?
Hey, is there a show that you want us to watch? Put it in the comment section. Hey, if it's a video game show, we'll even watch it if you really want us to.
Alright, and this will be a bye-bye.
Bye.